leaders from various groups are championing for Khoi and San rights. They met in Cape Town today. The tribe says that they're largely invisible and often ignored. Discussions also focused on what the communities were promised and what has not been achieved. eNCA's Nobesuthu Hejana is tracking the story and joins us live for the very latest. A very good afternoon to you, Nobesuthu. Now, the land inquiry held at the Castle for Good Hope collapsed after groups of Khoi and San tribes were denied entry. Give us a sense of developments around that.
Well, Rafael, it started off very messy because when we arrived there were two groups, one inside and there was another group outside. And then when we went inside, organizers of that particular event or the land inquiry told us that the people that were outside were not invited and they would not be participating into that particular inquiry. So we understand that this meeting was meant to address some of the issues and concerns facing the Khoi and the San groups, as they've been saying that they feel like they've been ignored by the government. And also when it comes to the land discussion in the country, they are often sidelines as they are the first nation people in the country. So they feel like they should also be included, and also they want representation in all government spheres. But this particular meeting was meant to talk about land. And when we arrived, or rather following those meetings or rather engagements at some time, the group that was outside, it managed to get access inside, and that was when the meeting had to be called off. But let's take a listen to the organizer about what happened.
I think the confusion happened when they saw the names of the ministers. I want to state categorically that this is not a government gathering. We extended the invitation to the ministers, not the other way around. That is why we have the full right as to who we wanted to sit here today. We extended invitations. It's by invitation only. Yes, we had a stampede led by a particular person who serves on the National Khoi San Council. Very disgustful behavior, I must say. But if this is the kind of leadership that people want to follow, then I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, no, but the group's also saying that they too should have been involved as leaders in their respective tribes.
Certainly. So the initial invite that was sent out, it had names of ministers from the Department of Arts and Culture, Land Reform, as well as Minister Barbara Creasy. But when we reached out to their departments to find out whether they will be taking part in that particular land inquiry, they were all not aware of this event. And the group that was denied access initially had said that, RASA, which is the organizing company that was handling this land inquiry, they did a study based on all tribes. But then when there are discussions about land and how these groups can pretty much take government to court and see what can be done to also include them, they're now being denied entry into those talks. But they were saying that most of the research that was conducted, it was done on them, but now they feel like they were used by IRASA, and this is what one of the leaders had to say.
Therefore, we are saying, why not invite everyone? I personally sent an email as the Western Cape eNCA member. I'm the legal or the elected member of the National Khoi and San Council in the Western Cape. So I asked her, please, why are we then cut out with the document that you are using for the basis for this meeting? Then she said, no, you're not invited. So I can say I wasn't invited. When we came here, the door was shut in my face. And that is not on, because I represent also, as the Aboriginal people, we might have different names, but we have the same common goal.
Nobesuthu Hejana, thank you very much for that update. That is eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hejana bringing us the very latest on that meeting.